या हेलो। विल लर्न। आज हम लोग देखेंगे हाउ टू फाइंड द इनवर्स बाय एडजॉइंट मेथड। वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट प्रॉब्लम फॉर द बोर्ड्स। एडजॉइंट मेथड के हेल्प से हाउ टू फाइंड द इनवर्स। नाउ बिफोर वी एक्चुअली फाइंड द इनवर्स वी नीड टू नो दैट inverse of any matrix, any square matrix exists only when it's a non-singular matrix. It's a non-singular matrix. Non-singular matrix का मतलब क्या होता है? The determinant of that matrix, let's say the matrix is A, is not equals to 0. This is what the determinant of A should not be equals to 0. So this is a very important criteria for having what? Inverse. Determinant A should not be equals to 0. If the determinant is 0, then we cannot have the inverse of that matrix. Now the question is, how do we find the determinant? So let's say the matrix A is what? 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 5, and what? 2, 4, 7. And we want to find what? Inverse of this matrix. So what is the criteria? You take first element. Okay, you take the first element, this one, delete this row, delete this column. So what remains? 1, 5, 4, 7. Same way, minus, you take the second element now, which is what? 2, and then delete that row and delete that column. So basically delete this row, delete this column. So what remains? 1, 2, 5, 7. Likewise, take the next term, which is 3, and we'll have alternate sign, which is plus, then delete that row, delete this row, delete this column. So we'll have 1, 1, 2, 4. So now we can solve this. How do we solve this? This into this, minus this into this into this, minus this into this into this, minus this into this. So this will become 1 times 7 minus 20, minus 2 times 7 minus 10, plus 3 times 4 minus 2. So this will finally become what? Minus 13. This is minus 2 times minus 3, and this is what? 3 times 2, which will give us minus 13 plus 6, and you can clearly see that this is nothing but minus 1, and that is not equals to 0. So we'll say A inverse exists. Clear? The determinant needs to be not equals to 0, then only we'll have what? A inverse. Now once we determine that okay, the A inverse exists, the question comes, how do we actually find the inverse? So let's rewrite the matrix again, and that too we are going to follow something known as what? Adjoint method. The matrix is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 1, 5, 2, 4, 7. 1, 1, 5, 2, 4, 7. So we need to know what? Adjoint of this matrix, because the question was find the inverse of the matrix using adjoint method. So we'll try to see how do you find the adjoint of a matrix. So in short, we write ADJ of A, which means it's adjoint of A. The criteria is very simple to find the adjoint of a matrix. Now very important, adjoint can exist or inverse can exist only for a square matrix. What do you mean by square matrix? Number of rows should be same as what? Number of columns. जितने रो होंगे उतने columns. So you can see that there are 3 rows and what? 3 columns. So how do we find adjoint now? So the thing is that first we need to find the cofactor of each element. Cofactor of Aij. How is the formula? Minus 1 raised to I plus j times what? Minor of Aij. Now don't get into these technical terms. The technical terms ko dekh ke don't get confused. It's actually very simple. Like for example, cofactor of Aij, we represent that by capital. So let's say capital A. We want to find A11. A11 के लिए हम लोग क्या करेंगे, फॉर्मूला विल बिकम -1 raised to 1 + 1 and then delete first row, delete first column. So if you delete first row, first column, up I can show you once. See, if I delete this row and delete this column, what remains? Just write down that element. क्या बचता है? 1 4 5 7, right? So this will become what? -1 raised to 2 is 1, and you know how to solve this minus this, so it will be 7 minus 20, which is nothing but what? -30. Similarly, we will find what? A12. What will be the formula for A12? -1 raised to 1 plus 2. Now which row and which column will you delete? You will delete first row and the second column. So if you delete first row and the second column, what remains? 1 3. No, you deleted first row, right? So first row and second column. So what remains? 1 2. See, we deleted this row, we deleted this row, first row and second column. So 1 2 5 7. So you can, with a pencil, with the help of pencil, you can cancel that, so that is easy to identify. So this time -1 raised to 3, -1 raised to 3 क्या होता है? -1, and this will become what? 7 minus 10, and this is -3, -3 into -1 will give us what? 3. Now likewise we'll find A13. इसमें कौन सा रो कौन सा कॉलम डिलीट करेंगे? फर्स्ट रो and what? थर्ड कॉलम. So for our benefit, we'll write the matrix again here, so that I don't need to go back again and again. 1 2 3 1 1 5 2 4 7 1 1 5 2 4 7. So now delete what? First row and third column. क्या बचता है? Just write down that 1 1 1 1 2 4. So again this into this minus this into this. So -1 is to 4 will give us 1. 4 minus 2 will give us what? 2. Now can we have A14? A14 हो सकता है? नहीं, we don't have the fourth column, right? So now we go to the second row. So we will find what? A21, second row, first column. So -1 raised to 2 plus 1. Now we will delete what? Second row and first column. So what will remain? So we deleted second row, first column. क्या बचता है? 2 3 and what? 4 7. So this will become what? -1 raised to 3. Again -1, 7 2 is 14, -12, which will give us what? -2. Now we'll go to A22, second row, second column. -1 raised to 2 plus 2. We delete second row and second column. Second row and second column. What remains? 1 3 2 7. This is again what? -1 raised to 4, which is 1, and this is 7 minus 6, which will give us nothing but 1. For our benefit, we'll write the matrix again. It is 1 2 3 1 1 5 2 4 7. Now finally we will have what? A23, which will be -1 raised to 2 plus 3. We delete the second row and third column. So what remains? We delete the second row and third column. 1 2 2 4. So this is -1. This is 4 minus 4. The good thing is we are getting 0. Now last, can we have A24? No. So we go to the third row now. With respect to third row, we will have what? A31, which is -1 raised to 3 plus 1. Now which row and which column will you delete? We will delete second, third row and first column. So if we delete third row, first column, what remains? We remain with 2 3 and what? 1 5. Now this is -1 raised to 4, which is again +1, and 5 2s are 10. 10 minus 3, which will give us what? 7. Is that clear till now? Now we'll go to what? A32. For benefit, we'll write the matrix again. 1 2 3 1 1 5 2 4 7. So we'll go to what? A32. So A32 क्या होगा? -1 raised to 3 plus 2. We delete third row and we delete second column. Third row, second column. क्या बचता है? 1, 1, 3, 5. Now minus 1 raised to 5 is nothing but minus 1. And this will be what? 5 minus 3. That gives us minus 2. Then at last, we'll have 833, which is nothing but minus 1 raised to 3 plus 3. We delete third row and we delete third column. So we remain with 1, 2, 1, 1. That will finally give us, this is positive 1, 1 minus 2 will give us what? Minus 1. So now finally we have answers of A11 to A33. So we'll write down what? The cofactor matrix. So cofactor matrix of A will be what? Cofactor matrix of A is what? Arrange the elements in this order. So write A11, A12, A13, A21, A22, A23, A31, A32, and what? A33. So we'll put all the values. What do we have? A11. A11 क्या है हमारे पास? ध्यान से देखो. A11 is negative 30. A12 is 3. So negative 13, 3 and 2. Negative 13, 3 and 2. This is what? A11, A12. Now go for what? A22, A21, A22 and A23. Minus 2, 1, 0. Right? So next thing is what? Minus 2, 1, 0. And last we have A31, 7 minus 2 minus 1. 7 minus 2 minus 1. Right? Let's verify. This is a cofactor matrix. Now, transpose of cofactor is nothing but is your adjoint matrix. So, transpose में मतलब क्या होता है? Row becomes column and column becomes row. So, the first row you see here, first row will become the first column. So, it will become minus 3, 3, 2. Second row will become the second column. So, this is minus 2, 1, 0. Same way, third row will become the third column, which is 7 minus 2 what? Minus 1. So this is my what? Adjoint of a matrix. Now final step, I need to know the formula for what? A inverse, and the formula for A inverse is what? 1 upon determinant of A times what? Adjoint of A. So see, since you are dividing by determinant, that's why this number should not be equals to 0, because if this becomes 0, the function becomes, or the value becomes undefined. So क्या हो जाएगा? 1 upon, we found determinant as minus 1 if you remember, and then we write the adjoint matrix, which is minus 3, minus 2, 7, 3, 1, minus 2, 2, 0, what? Minus 1. Finally, you can bring minus 1 inside. Minus 1 अंदर लेके आ सकते हैं हम लोग. This will become 13, 2, minus 7, minus 3, minus 1, 2, minus 2, 0 divided by minus 1 is 0 only, and minus 1 will become what? Positive. This is my what? A inverse. This is our final answer for what? A inverse. Now, what is a step to verify whether your answer is wrong or right? We can do what? Since we know an identity that A into A inverse is always what? 1. Right? A into A inverse is what? Always 1. We can make use of this identity to verify whether not 1, it is what? I, matrix I. Identity matrix basically. So this will help you to verify whether our answer is right or wrong. So for that you need to know the matrix multiplication. So let's verify. If we have A, what was our A? 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 5, 2, 4, 7. 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 5. 2, 4, 7, right? So we are trying to find what? A into A inverse, just to verify whether answer is what. You can do the same technique in exam also to verify whether your answer is on right track or not. Only for any random thing you can do, any random column on this. See, I stands for 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 1. So let's do any random column or row. So let's do second row and second column. See, are we getting? I should get what? Second row, second column as 1. So see, are we getting or not? So formula क्या है? First, second row, second column. So 1 into 1 plus 1 into what? Minus 1 plus 5 into 0. 1 into 2, no, sorry. This is 1 into 2, right? Yeah. This element with this element. So we get 2, we get minus 1, we get 0. 2 minus 1, 1, 1 plus 0, which means we got the required element, which means we are right. If you have time, you can verify the other elements also. But I think this is sufficient to conclude that our answer is what? Right. Okay. This is all. Thank you.